Yo, yo, what up? It's your girl Joy, the Hip Hop Hierophant, and this will be your Parade of Planets tarot reading. The Parade of Planets begins today, the day that I'm recording this, on June 3rd, all the way through June 5th. Some people say it's peaking, okay, today on June 3rd, but from an astrological standpoint, a Parade of Planets is essentially a stellium, a giant conjunction, okay, between 6 or so planets, okay? And so we have the Sun, Venus, Moon, Jupiter, and Mercury all aligned, okay? And you will be able to see it in the night sky given, no light pollution whatsoever. So this first conjunction is starting between the Sun and Venus, which will be June 4th, okay? Then you have the second conjunction between Jupiter, the new moon, and Mercury on June 5th. And then you have Sun, Venus, and the moon conjuncting on June 6th. Now, Jupiter and Mercury already were in conjunction, okay? They started their conjunction on June 4th, but the moon jumps in on June 5th, okay? And so all of these planets will be in the sign of Gemini. And so there was some talk, about what this means and all that, blah, 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 blah. Gemini energy is kind of being, Frankie scared me. Moving his feet, I didn't know what hit me. But we're going to dig in. I wasn't planning on doing this. I was regularly just scheduled to do a new moon and Gemini reading. But then I was like, Parade of Planets. Because I had already done the research and, but it didn't click to me that it was like a Parade of Planets. I just was like, ooh, this is a real big stellium. So we're going to dive into the energy with the Light Seers Tarot deck, okay? There's going to be a lot of alignment, a lot of vibration raising. I don't know about y'all, but I've just been so tired. But we're going to get into it. So let's see. And with so much energy, there's no need to even get into the houses because, it depends on where you are in the world, okay? Might not be in the same house in the U.S. as it is in Europe. Well, it's actually not going to be at all. So let's just, okay. 8 of Cups, and I'm going to put her, it came out, well, I pulled it reverse, but when I saw her, she was right side up, okay? This looks like a warrior going on a journey, and if you can see, the cup, the person, and the sun are all in alignment, and so I think we are walking with confidence. We are moving into a new light, okay? I feel like this sacred journey is really being brought to us by the traveling planets of Mercury and Jupiter. Mercury is domestic travel and Jupiter is foreign travel. And so I feel like we are kind of heading towards a level of emotional connectedness. We are leaving things that we are no longer passionate about. Things that we used to get excited for no longer excites us because we are an evolving energy, a presence. And so those things that we used to love, we found something much bigger, bolder, brighter, okay? And that is us seeking a higher purpose. So let's see what else we can get here. Microphone, you a little close, girl. Can you back up? I know I put you there, but. Queen of Wands in reverse. Told you we are going for something much bigger, bolder, brighter, something more playful, something more genuine that can make us happy, make us feel good, whether it's money. Following our intuition allows us to go and reach heights that we never thought that we could. Okay. And so I feel like it is a blessing to realize that this spark, our purpose and passion, is allowing us to capitalize on this energy. It's like we are being awakened in a lot of different ways. And Gemini, we know, is a very verbal, language-based energy. And so I feel like a lot of the things that we say and think are going to align with our actions, okay? Wands is about action, purpose, movement forward, okay? We are taking the initiative to fight for the things that we believe in. We are taking the initiative to essentially fight for our right to exist in a space that we feel safe and comfortable in. Okay. If y'all can hear Frankie snoring, I'm apologizing early. Oh. And the Chariot. Okay, so if you look at the Chariot and the Queen of Wands, the color scheme, the vibe, the energy is the same. You've got the purple, the orange, and the yellow. Okay. Because we are taking back control of our lives. We understand that there is a balance between light, dark, good, evil, in, out, up, down, salt, pepper, whatever you want to call it, left, right. Okay. But moving very, very expeditiously. We know Mercury is the fastest moving planet in our solar system. And so this quick alignment, you may or may not feel, because it's like the fastest download probably. And I just said that in another reading too. This is like the fastest download that we can get for the year. Okay, and we know that 7 is God, source, universe, Allah, your higher power. And so us being able to connect on an emotional level as a collective allows us to be more compassionate, be more understanding. I know there's a lot happening in the world right now. And so sometimes we have to maneuver through the darkness. As a person of light, you know, you have to maneuver through areas that you're needed in. Okay. Jesus wasn't up, you know, chilling with the kings of his time. He was down on the ground floor doing grassroots work with the people in the community. And so sometimes that is where our light needs to be focused. We're going to have to break out of our comfort zone and understand that no one can keep us down except ourselves. No one can hold you back except for you. Okay, not going back. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Look at her sitting, doing her magic, okay, working hard on herself. We still have the same color scheme for the most part, okay? It's not as much purple, but we are now allowing our lower chakras to kind of work themselves out. Because if your root chakra, your sacral chakra, and your solar plexus aren't stable, then everything else has to overwork in order to overcompensate for what it is. And I think that's what's happening. Us as spiritual or awakened people, we have to overcompensate a lot of times for those who are not awakened. And not that those who aren't awakened aren't doing their work, because just because you're not in the tarot and astrology and all that doesn't mean that you're not doing what you're supposed to do spiritually. Okay, it just wasn't in the cards for you to be aware. Okay, and so without including those people who are living in their purpose, who are doing the spiritual work, a lot of times we have to overcompensate for the portion of the collective that is not operating within the light, in their purpose and doing what they are supposed to do. So we kind of get overworked a lot. That's why, she working hard. She's doing everything she can. Okay? And these are all the phases of the moon. And you see here you have 2 new moons. Because the new moon is dark and the full moon is bright because it was reflecting the light of the sun. Oh, wait, this isn't. Okay, I see the sliver of the crescent, but, it still looks a little dark. Okay? A waning crescent, okay, to some people, even they can't see that sliver of light. They can't see the silver lining. And so it's still dark to them. Okay, that is probably like the time where your eyes are adjusting, your pupils got to dilate, you got to get used to seeing light after being in the dark for so long. And so I feel like this planet parade is going to wake a few people up. Okay, and I feel like this is our time to really put the work in, the meat and potatoes. Now is the time. We got the focus with the Chariot card. We've taken back the control, and so now we have to do the physical work, okay, of actually manifesting and aligning and basically practicing what we preach. Ten of Cups in reverse. And this is what happens in the end. You get the joy, you get the abundance, you get the manifestation. Because you got to remember, Jupiter is involved in this planet parade. So it's nothing but good luck, abundance, good fortune, all of the things that we want coming to us. Law of attraction. So make sure you keep your vibes high. That's Frankie moving. Okay. You got to keep the vibes high, okay? And so don't let anyone rain on your parade. Ooh. And shout out to everybody who is celebrating Pride Month, okay? The rainbow is here. And the rainbow is a symbol of hope and unity. And that is what we have to do if we want to fight the darkness. We have to unite. We have to come together. We have to align our purposes and raise the vibration, the frequency. I wish I knew music, because this musical note here, if anyone knows what this musical note is here, Please. Let your girl know. Put it in the comments. But the Ten of Cups is in reverse because there is an overcompensation of abundance, good luck, good fortune, money. So now is the time to collect your things, okay? And Gemini is allowing us to see this in the form of new ideas, okay? New ways of thinking, new thought processes, okay? New information that's coming in for us to publicize and put out there. Advertise. It's like the universe holding up a sign. Get your manifestations. Manifestations. Come one, come all. Okay, it's going across the bottom of your screen. Ticker, 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 ticker. I'm going to put one right there just so y'all can. Okay. Page of Cups. And a lot of y'all probably thought this would never happen. When pigs fly. Okay. But there are just a few things that are going to be unexplainable. Okay. And it's not for you to understand. How am I able to get this? How and why am I receiving all of this? How am I receiving all of this? These good things. Why is all of this coming to me now? Why didn't it come to me when I wanted it, when I asked for it? Why did I have to wait? Why? I don't understand. It's not for you to understand. You get what you get when you get it. Okay? You get what you need when it is time. Divine timing. Okay? So, Page of Cups. Yeah, you just don't understand. You're just naive. We're humans. We're naive about a lot of things. I don't care how much spiritual practice you've been doing. I don't care if you was born into it, baby. It's just not for you to understand, and that's okay. I ain't questioning it. Let $100 fall into my lap right now. I ain't gonna be like, oh, where does money came from? I ain't gonna try to figure it out. I don't care. It's $100 deposited into the bank. Okay? Stop questioning your blessings, because when you do that, it's almost like you're telling your spirit that you don't deserve it. And that is not true. Okay? Boom. Ooh. World card, da-da-da-da, world card. Seed of life. Let me get this sacred geometry book, because I ain't gonna let this happen again. We got all these shapes and I want to figure them out. I need to know. I can't keep not knowing. I mean, I know some, but let's see. Yep, seed of life. We know that. Okay. Represents 7 days of creation. Represents beginnings. I wasn't even really going for the seed of life, but I guess I was supposed to read that. I need to get into the 3D shapes. 3-dimensional. Platonic solids. That's what it is. Icosahedron. Is that? So we know we got a square, a cube. Okay. 3 times 3 times 3. Let's see. The cube symbolizes foundation and stability. Okay. I think this is a dodecahedron. No, icosahedron. That's what this one is. Okay, okay, okay. Associated with the sacral chakra. Okay. Creativity can go through all phases of flowing and being blocked. Emotions and creativity. Yep, this is what I was really looking for, the octahedron. Okay. All right, so let me show y'all. All right, so obviously we know this is a cube. This is, hold on, let me go back to the picture. This is the icosahedron. And then this one with the triangles and stuff is a little... And then the octahedron is the little starburst in the bottom. Light, spirit, and body. And I don't know. That might be what that one is. But I don't want to say. An unknown. We'll just say unknown for now. So we got seed of life, new beginnings. We got the sacral chakra in here. We've got creativity and emotions. All of this is leading to success. All of this is planting the seeds of success in your head so that you can take action and actually physically do, okay, what it is you're supposed to do in this new purposeful movement. And the snake eating its own tail. But the world represents Saturn, but Saturn is not involved in the parade. Because you know why? Saturn is all about boundaries and structure and rigidity, and we outside the box right now, okay? And so you might get some new fresh ideas that are, okay, fresh outside of the box. You're breaking boundaries, not worried about limitations. We're not worried about trying to hold certain levels of position. We are living in our purpose. And what I'm looking up now is the snake thing, because that keeps coming up for me. Ouroboros. Yeah, life cycle, death and rebirth. I thought so. Ancient Egypt, Mesopotamia. Represents unity. Told you, gotta come together. And boom, right on time, right after Saturn, we get the Devil card, which is associated with what? Capricorn. Ah, yes, the darkness is always abundant. Where there is light, there is dark. So, once you start feeling the passion and creativity and your emotions start flowing thanks to the moon, okay, that is supposed to be, you're supposed to be doing this out of love, unconditional love. This is what this is for. Unconditional love for the collective spirit. However, don't think for 1 minute that the darkness won't be there to tempt you. Don't think for 1 minute that the devil isn't going to be like, oh, You don't need those blessings from your higher power. I can do that. I can give you the same money and house and car and job. I can give you everything you want, and you ain't even gotta work as hard. You ain't gotta do nothing if you don't want to. I'll just give it to you. Is that something you can trust? No, it's not. Okay? Because look, he got one hand out and he already is like, oops, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. But what's back here? What are you hiding? What are you keeping from me? They're going to present well. They're going to present as something you want, a good-looking man, a good-looking woman. That job is going to come as a deposit. Okay? Oh, yeah. If you do this, I'll do that. Quid pro quo. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Don't trust it. And I don't want to say if it looks too good to be true, it probably isn't. But I just did. Okay? If it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's not a goose. Okay? So I need you to stay focused, be able to resist temptation. That's why we are working. We're already working to overcompensate for the darkness. So why would you even entertain the gray, the shady, the on the fence, can't make a clear choice energy? Because once you in the gray, the darkness can just pull you in. Your eyes just hadn't dilated because you can still see the light, but you moving funny. You being shady. You moving funny. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. In 15, 1 plus 5 is 6. That's sharing knowledge, right? But the devil ain't going to tell you everything he know. It's not going to do that. It don't work like that, okay? The devil is going to be the darkness is going to withhold information because they're trying to trick you. Mercury is a trickster planet. Mercury, I think like Hermes, he tricked the gods and stole fire and brought it down to the humans. Stole the passion, stole the drive and the purpose. And that's what the devil is going to take from you if you let it. It's going to steal your purpose. It's going to steal your passion. It's going to steal your motivation, your drive, your reason for being. And you're going to end up like this. 4 of Swords. Tore up. Half dead. Walking around with an empty spirit. If you have a spirit left after dealing with the devil, you can be in a deep, deep sleep, not knowing that you can just escape anytime. All you got to do is wake up, nestled in this fetal position like a child. And I ain't even going to put that right there. I'm going to put this right here as a clarifier. All right, so we bypassing the devil. What we doing, what we doing, what we doing in the light. That's the dark side. Show me the light. The death card, death and rebirth. Yep. This is your time to shine, to heal, to transform. You have the power to do so. Forever and ever. We mentioned Jupiter. We talked about the sun in the beginning. Venus rules Taurus and Libra. Taurus is about personal finances. Libra is all about how we relate to others. And I feel like this death card is saying 1 plus 3 is 4. This is a new way of life for a lot of people. And so they are, once they've transformed, they are going to have to get used to moving the way we move. They don't know. So you're going to have to be there almost as like a guide. Just like, you know, a lot of people, you know, just like the light, an angel. Okay, all right. I'll just say this like this. When you die and you go to heaven, it's an angel there to greet you. They're going to guide you. They're going to show you how, you know, this is how things work in heaven. Okay, this is where you go. This is where we eat. This is what we do. Da, da, da. And when you die, when you go to hell, same thing happens. Hey, this is hell. We just throwing you in the fire. We ain't even going to let you know. Ain't no guide. Okay, we just throwing you out there. But you are going to have to be a guide because you're a person of light. And so when these new light workers awaken, okay, or reveal themselves to you, I mean, you don't have to tell them, you know, you ain't going to give them your whole spiritual life story. However, they're going to look to you as almost like a mentor. And so you are going to have to be there to, you know, answer any questions, you know, let them be able to relate to you. This is kind of like a moment to bond, and it is going to be a delicate moment because they are, you know, you remember your first time when you were so vulnerable in the beginning. You was doing all the whatever you saw, trying it out, trying new things, okay? They are vulnerable in this time, and so be there for them the way you wanted or needed someone to be there for you. Share your knowledge. Share what information that you have about this path. Share them the bad stuff so they know not to do, what to do and what not to do. Okay? Oh, 7 of Wands, eh? 7 of Wands. We ain't fighting. We're not putting up a fight. We stay focused, stable on ourselves. We keep in our little bubble. We don't bother nobody. Okay? Because we can't fight off something we can't see, that we don't have all the information about. Some people might think, oh, those wands are poking at the bubble. We don't know that. We don't know that. This could be a fence, a gate, some type of protection. Okay? We don't know what it is. We're just making assumptions based off of previous experience. Like you're only assuming that this person is under attack because of how the Rider-Waite-Smith traditional Western culture tarot looks like. So you're assuming that this is an attack, and it may not be. Okay? It may not be psychic attack. It might be the way you defend yourself. In that other card, you might be on defense when you really should be on offense. And so here, we don't have a reason to do either because we know we are divinely guided and protected. She don't have to do nothing because she already in the bubble. She already in the space. And that is what protects you from the devil. Knowing that you are divinely guided and trusting and believing that. Jupiter is also about beliefs, moral, okay? Ethics, truth. The truth is, this is what we do. We go around spreading light and we protect it, and we're not worried about no darkness. Because can't nothing touch us, because we are anointed. And then we got the strength card. Leo, sun. Okay. The sun loves to get credit and accolades and all of those things. But the duality is that we're doing it for ourselves, for our own ego. Okay? Beware of the ego. Beware of the ego. Yeah, you might be a guide for some person or some people, but there's a lot of spiritual manipulation. People take advantage of people in this space. Okay, they lie, cheat. Okay, it's a lot of ego involved here. So you got to keep it real with the people, with whoever the person is that you are guiding through this process. Keep your eyes open. Everybody in this space ain't to be trusted. Okay. They might be pretending that they're in this light, but they're really in the darkness. Okay? And you can see, oh yeah, she pretending to be all light and love. But look at this lion. And the lion gonna do what? Eat that sheep right on up. Do not. You are the shepherd. Do not lead your lamb to slaughter. Because that would not be cool. Not be right. Last card. I figured I wanted to go a little long with this just because of the topic. And here we go. Eight of Swords. A lot of y'all probably didn't want to see or hear Eight of Swords. Mirrors. We attract people who are a reflection of our internal being, of our mental space. And so if you are attracting someone who needs help or a guide or a mentor, you probably need one too, in some capacity. Maybe not spiritually, but maybe in your career, maybe in your academic space, maybe in your personal life. But don't feel like you are trapped and you will forever be a mentor or need one. Because you're really free. You can move about however you want to move about. But I feel like you're almost kind of like testing your gifts. You've blindfolded and bounded yourself. You've bound yourself just to see if I can break free. Just to see if your spiritual gifts, your muscles still work. And ain't nothing wrong with that. It's like a test. It's like a challenge. Like every now and then, you got to see if you still got it. And I ain't mad at it. But don't test the devil. Don't test the darkness. Okay. One more for the road. Bottom of the deck. Let's see. Bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck. King of Wands. Ain't that something? You done tamed a lion. That's funny. That is funny. You are the responsible authority in your life. You hold the torch of wisdom. You can either put it out or keep it. But that lion is always back there, always waiting for you to mess up, make a mistake, get down on yourself, speak negatively upon your own spirit, say or do, think something that you don't really believe. The shadow always gonna be there. You can't escape it. So make sure you're overcompensating. Ain't nothing wrong with overcompensating with light. Get all the light you need, because the darkness is always there. Holding this torch is a great responsibility, and you can see how it's emanating all of this energy. This is almost like the solar system, okay? The alignment, okay, is sparking from your fire, which you can probably feel in your heart chakra, and it radiates throughout. I hope this was good. Glad I was able to put it out at a decent time, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.